think there's three main areas where a focus on dynamic competition is important for improving competition policy. One is it makes us focus in the right place. Static efficiency is great, having prices close to some measure of costs, that's great, but actually it's innovation that drives economic growth and improvements in economic well-being, and it's dynamism, firms competing over time to innovate, to produce the next best product. That's what really leads to improvements in economic welfare. And so that, as a competition authority, is where we should be looking. We should be worrying about behaviours or mergers or whatever that might damage that dynamic process leading to that improvement to economic welfare. That's the first point I'd say. Second point I'd say is once we accept that, focusing on dynamic competition makes us focus on the process of competition and how that dynamism might happen. And it moves us away from trying to predict in a slightly static sense where the market is going to be tomorrow or where it's going to be in 5 years, to thinking more about how can we ensure that the market dynamics are protected so that the market produces the goods in 5 years' time. And we've no idea what those might be, but we do know that if you stop firms being able to compete in a dynamic manner to innovate, then that's going to lead to a less good outcome for consumers. That's the second point. And the third important point is I think a focus on dynamic competition makes us focus more on the capabilities of the firms and the assets they have, rather than looking more at what they're doing now and thinking, okay, what might that mean that market's going to look like in 5 years' time? If we focus instead on their capabilities, on their assets, I think that means we're going to get a much better idea of what these firms are capable of doing over time if they're allowed to compete. And again, that's what competition authorities should be trying to protect.